12 of 30 days of live sesh with me. I'm Michelle Crawford. Who am I? A certified cannabis health coach and educator. And I'm here on my channel trying to convince you that you can live a better and healthier life with cannabis. That's what I'm here for. Excuse me. And towards that end, today I thought I would sesh with you and share this book, The Little Book of Cannabis. This is my favorite book. And I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. So you, if you want, can just order this. I'll put it in the comments too, and get it for you. I love this book. I have shared it with so many people. I literally have bought it 9 times from Amazon. Whenever I go to the page to buy it again, it shows me how many times I bought it. So it's by Amanda Siebert, and we're going to discuss it today after I light up a little sesh. What do you say? Yes. Okay, great. All right, let me see if I can put this book like in the frame so that it will just stay here while we get lit up. Let's get lit, people, friends, family. Oh, wow, these smell so good. This is my little jar of homemade joints that I rolled with my THCV flower called Diet Durban. I ordered from seedsman.com, and they're pink Blazy Susan papers and 8mm organic, wooden organic tips for luxury. For luxury. Luxury smokes, folks. Luxury. Okay, that one looks like a little bit, what's the word? Misshapen though. All right, let's light it up. I'm making some dinner. What are you guys making for dinner? I am making a meatloaf, like mini meatloaves with mashed potatoes, and it's gonna be, I have some artichokes, I have some fennel, I have the weirdest ingredients, artichokes, fennel, a little tiny bit of cabbage if we wanted that. I guess I'm talking about like what's the vegetable. I have some frozen vegetables. Okay, let's get back to the book. Who cares about what I'm making for dinner tonight? What are you making for dinner tonight? Let me know in the chat. Well, let's talk about cannabis. So as a cannabis health coach and educator, I have a bunch of cannabis books. Like, okay, I'm just going to show you really quick. Look over there. See that stack of books right there? That's what the basement life looks like. Beyond the curtain. Beyond the curtain, basement life is like basement-y. Okay. So this book is called The Little Book of Cannabis by Amanda Siebert. How Marijuana Can Improve Your Life, with a foreword by Dr. Rav Ivker. I've never said it out loud. What I like about this book is that the table of contents includes the introduction and then 10 chapters. Each chapter relates to a different part of your life. So let's read them. Chapter 1, improving sleep. The number one most like effective thing you can do in your life is have better sleep. So I myself use cannabis for insomnia, and other people using cannabis for insomnia, it's the first chapter. The second chapter is decreasing stress and anxiety. Third, boosting mood and creativity. The fourth chapter is metabolism, weight management, exercise recovery. Number 5 is cannabis as a superfood, as a leafy green. Its seeds are very high in omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, good fats. It's amazing. Chapter 6, one of my favorites, a steamier sex life. You can talk about and have a steamier sex life with cannabis. Read up. Chapter 7, an effective source of pain management. Chapter 8, powerful support for cancer treatment. Chapter 9, easing the aging process. And number 10, the exit drug. So each of these chapters has a setup that I also really appreciate. In the very beginning of each chapter, she's got so here's the chapter on improving sleep, and they all have a really cute little illustration. But the setup is a case study in the very beginning, followed by the history of how cannabis is used for that condition. And then it talks about how cannabis can help today with the issues, insomnia, better sex, easing aging, all these things. And then it talks about actually using cannabis for sleep, some tips and tricks. So this is my most recommended book for people. Here's the picture for decreasing stress and anxiety. These are so great. I don't really know who the illustrator is. I'm sure it's written here. The illustrations are by maybe they're by Amanda Siebert herself. Who knows? I don't have my glasses, so it's kind of hard for me to see. Editing by Eva von Emblem. Cover design and illustrations by Brian Tong. Okay, Brian Tong. I need my reading glasses, you guys. That's why it's so hard. Decreasing stress and anxiety. Look at this image for boosting mood and creativity. So when I was first doing cannabis health coaching, this book was a guide for me in a lot of ways, a sort of like a little shorthand guide, a very handy, small companion to the idea of using cannabis in all of these ways. The case study was always really helpful for thinking about the applications of cannabis and what people are, what kind of things people are using it for. I highly recommend this book if you are looking for a guide, a helpful guide to understanding the nuances and complexities of both recreational and medical cannabis. That is a quote on the back from Brett Harvey, the director of The Culture High. And another bit of praise from Dr. Amanda Ryman. If you know her, she has several views here on YouTube. The former California policy manager for the Drug Policy Alliance and head of the Community Reliance for Flocana. That's right. That's where I've seen her videos. It says, gives the reader the evidence they want with the readability that makes it easy to learn. This is the truth. I find that this readability of her book is incredible. And I think that she has also written a book about psilocybin mushrooms. I'm not sure, but I think so. Look her up. I'm going to look her up after this. So this is one of my favorite books about cannabis, The Little Book of Cannabis, How Marijuana Can Improve Your Life by Amanda Siebert. I completely loved it. I thought it was great. I've read every single chapter, and it's full of really good, really useful information. It's very short. Most people, will only think that like one of the chapters applies to you. Like maybe you're thinking the insomnia chapter would be you, or how to boost creativity, how to use cannabis to reduce anxiety and de-stress, or maybe how to use cannabis for a better, steamier sex life. Each of these chapters can really help. These are all the reasons why I think everybody should be using cannabis. I think it should be like a everyday vitamin supplement, vitamin weed. And that is another book that we'll be discussing on a future episode of 30 Days of Live Sesh with Michelle Crawford, the book Vitamin Weed by Michelle Ross. Do I have it down here? No, I don't. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books down here, but not this one, and that's okay. 11, and I have a book that I'm reading. So if you're one of these people that likes to read and likes to improve your life with self-help books, and you're curious about cannabis, this is one of my favorites. I talk about it all the time. I've purchased it 9 times. So if you want to purchase it one time, or if you have a friend that you think needs to learn more about cannabis, obviously I think this is one of the best gifts you can give them. A book on how to use it, a book on all of its historical and current uses and all that good stuff. So let me know in the comments if you have read this book and like this book. I know I have a lot of cannabis health coaches and educators in my audience and people who like to help others with cannabis. So have you found books like this to be helpful to you or to like maybe your friends and family? Or have you not really been finding a lot of books? I think that as I go forward with 2024, reviewing cannabis books is going to be a really big part of it. I have a ton, and some of them, like this one is one of the most useful. Others of my books are some of the most thought-provoking. I'm looking at you, the Cannabis Health Index, CHI, by Uwe Bleshing, who is also the founder of Canna Keys. Since I'm talking about it, maybe we'll talk about that book next. Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining me, as always, for learning a little bit about cannabis from me, Michelle Crawford, a certified cannabis health coach and educator, and giving me a little seshing time with you. You know, one thing is always trying to keep your joints lit. I talk too much to keep my joints lit most of the time. I think most people do. Today, it's very rainy where I live, and in the rain, I like to think that the cannabis helps me get out there and get more active. For example, I ride a really big cargo bike, and I have a 5-year-old that I like to, we have to pick up from kindergarten and drop off places and things like that. And bike life is pretty fun, but in the rain, is bike life fun in the rain? Not so much. But I don't mind. I think the exercise is good for me. I think getting out in the air is good for me. I think that using my bike and not my car is good for me and everybody. My son likes it. He sits in the front in like what we call the bucket. It's like a Dutch style bike. I took a little bit of video of myself doing it today, and I'm hoping to get that up later. So keep an eye on my shorts and all my other places on Instagram. Follow me there at michellcrawford.cannacurious. And of course, as always, if you'd like to support me, I have several downloads for you on my channel, cannacuriouscoaching.com. One of them is a suppositories guide. One of them is a $19 tinctures class that teaches you how to make your own multi-cannabinoid tinctures kit, what I call a canna kit. And the other one is a free guide called Magical Machines, which teaches you how to use the Source Turbo and the Ardent FX to decarboxylate, infuse, and extract your cannabis at home. I also teach Homemade Health. That is my signature course. I offer it live twice a year to those kitchen witches, potential kitchen witches, wishing to learn how to make their own tinctures, topicals, and concentrates with our friend cannabis. We focus on making multi-cannabinoid formulations, as well as understanding how to make things more potent by using concentrates in our formulation and in our DIY. I've had so many awesome students over the past 2 years for so many reasons. And if you're interested in this and this is something that you want to learn, I would be so honored to teach you. Please have a look at my website and all my offerings there, including, last but not least, my advocacy and my advocacy apparel and accessory line. It's called Rep Your State of Mind. And I have designs there for you to rep your state of mind in every state of America and every province and territory in Canada. It's my vision to have everybody out there matching, feeling united, and not feeling alone in their advocacy for cannabis lifestyles. That's sort of one of the intentions behind Rep Your State of Mind. And I would love to see more states repping. I know that where you live, you probably want to share your love of cannabis with the world. And Rep Your State of Mind is what I designed to help you do that. Right? So thanks so much for joining me. We cannot cough and speak at the same time. It's too hard. Thanks so much for joining my live. I really do appreciate your time and attention. And if you do decide to use my affiliate link to buy Cannabis, the Little Book of Cannabis by Amanda Siebert, How Marijuana Can Improve Your Life, I thank you for that too. I thank you for your support and for your advocacy for plant medicine lifestyles everywhere. Bye. See you tomorrow.